I'll never forget that night. The pizza place I worked at was about to close, and I was getting ready to head home. I was working the counter alone that night, so I was the one taking calls. Just as I was about to clock out, the phone rang. I answered. Nothing but silence on the other end. I hung up. A minute later, it rang again. Same thing, complete silence. I was about to hang up again when I finally heard something, a weak, cold voice. It sounded like an old woman. She said she wanted a regular pie delivered. I stayed polite, but inside I was frustrated. I was ready to be done for the night. I called out to my boss, letting him know someone wanted a delivery. He told me I had to take it. I wasn't thrilled, but I figured it was another tip and old folks usually tip well, so I gave in. I took down the address and told her it would be there soon, but she had already hung up before I finished. That felt a little rude, but I shrugged it off and told the chef I needed one regular. My boss told me I could just go home after the delivery since we were about to close anyway. A little before 10 p.m., I got in my car, punched the address into my GPS, and headed out. The house was about 7 miles away on the quieter side of town. When I got there, I pulled up to a small one-story house on an empty block. Everything was quiet. There weren't any lights on inside, which made me wonder if she'd given me the wrong address. I walked up and rang the doorbell. No answer. I waited a bit, then rang it again. Still nothing. Just as I was about to give up and walk back to my car, I turned my head and saw someone standing at the window. I froze. There was an old woman, probably in her late 70s, just standing there, staring at me. Her expression was completely blank. I hesitantly stepped closer to the window and called out to her, saying I had her pizza. She didn't react. I raised my voice and shouted again. Then she smiled, but it wasn't a warm, friendly smile. It was twisted, unsettling. The kind of smile that sends a shiver down your spine. I can still picture that face in my mind. That was enough for me. I backed away and returned to my car, putting the pizza in the passenger seat. I pulled out my phone and texted my boss, letting him know what had just happened. As I started my car, I looked to my right and froze again. The old woman was now standing right outside my passenger side window. Just standing there, staring at me with that same chilling expression. I didn't waste a second. I threw the car in a drive and sped off down the street, not daring to look back. After that night, my boss never asked me to do a late-night delivery again.